Hello, everybody, and welcome to League of South Africa. It is September 21st, and today we're going to be racing at Qatar, a track we've only seen once in real life, but in my opinion, a great race it was. Obviously, seeing Alonso in the podium on that Alpine, we will not be seeing an Alpine, or in fact, any constructor on the podium today, as EA have done EA things. Uh, but fingers crossed, we should have a great race, no matter what sponsors are on the car. Today I'm your host, Fizzbungle, joined by no one, uh, because I am the only person available. But hopefully Harry is watching in despair, knowing he can't commentate in this league. Now, to continue Harry's traditions, I have a few stats here. Sorry, just responding to Divan in Discord. Right, but sorry, it's really hard to do this solo because there's so much awkward silence. But from stats for us tonight, at Japan, Elo Wired became the only driver to score two drivers of the day. Franz became the first driver to get more than one fastest lap. Franz and Trey are the only two drivers who have raced in every single week, and Aston Martin are the only team who have not yet scored a podium. Now, obviously, Aston Martin can only score podiums in spirit this race, but hopefully they can join the rest of the constructors in their happy little fight at the top. Franz has his first opportunity to win the championship tonight. To do so, he would need to outscore Quagga Roberts by 24 or Wheeze by 12. I mean, what a fight that is to even be able to include Wheeze in that. Only started reserving so many races ago, and he's already in contention or notability for the championship. We should be getting underway very shortly, so enjoy silence while I attempt to make sure everything is running just fine on the stream. Alright, everything does seem to be up and going. If anybody has any problems with the stream, please let me know in Discord. I will check wherever possible. We seem to be having a few technical difficulties with Cheddar's game, which is hilarious. Cheddar has been on some brilliant form at the minute. Just seems to have turned up from, I believe, Monza, where somehow he was just on absolute fire and hasn't really lost it so far. I mean, Qatar, not the greatest track for overtaking. High speed brilliance is always a bit dodgy when it comes to overtaking, but fingers crossed we have a brilliant race as per usual. I mean, I can only think of Silverstone and Japan being slightly subpar to this league, and slightly subpar is still amazing. respect for 17 people turning up instead of bashing FIFA, which my latest conspiracy theory is that the EA servers are going to be dodgy because they're prioritizing it. Mark my words. Voice chat suspended. Tragedy. I am sorry for the awkward silences, but I will do all I can to keep everything, going, flowing, trying to keep it all nice. But I hope everyone is having a great day today. Oh, love a cheeky yawn. What a beautiful track this is. I mean, obviously not designed for F1, but it just feels like a F1 circuit. Fast flowing, beautiful. I mean, any race nowadays should be a good one in a league like this. Uh, Such a close championship fight we did have until Afrodox left the league after some, in his opinion, dodgy decisions ruled against him at the Belgian Grand Prix. Got there in the end. First car going out on track. I think my game audio is a little low down, so I'll try to get that sorted. For you guys now, before we miss the horrendously replicated sounds of the F1 cars. Or as I should say, F1 World cars. Everybody kind of coming up with their own creative cars for this race. Which in all fairness, it is quite nice to see the mixture thrown in there. I mean, it is such a flowing track, even on a slowdown lap. You've just got to be absolutely terrified as a driver going hundreds of miles an hour around these fast flowing corners. All that stands between you and a wall is the grip of the car. Well, we will now get to see the first drivers being set their laps. Flying down. Who is it that's going to be on first? It's going to be F1 Andre, so we are going to supervise him. As we already have a retirement from the session. Should I have my trap map on so we can see this kind of stuff? Maybe. Was it in the pit lane? Probably. We're not too sure, but we will get back to Andre so we can watch him on his flying lap. Such a fast track. Gotta be a bit uncomfortable. Knows the curves possibly a bit in the way there was the red car. God, it's going to be unbelievable. Like being hit in space was a Ferrari and stuff. But altogether, a pretty neat lap from Andre. But where will it put him? Provisional pole for F1 Andre. We don't care if it was the first lap of the session. Is up next. Weeze asserting himself quite quickly in the Williams car. One of the only drivers actually in the car. But you were unfortunately able to do that with your, I believe, Williams, Alpha Tauri, Red Bull, and Alfa Romeo. That you should be able to get into an actual car as drivers set laps one by one. The F1 car, F1 World Car, sorry, does have a slightly different handling model, so people may be struggling to just adapt and figure that one out. So patience is a virtue for these drivers, they're just going to figure out what's going on around them. White walk across the line and the slowest of any car so far. Franz in his bright orange wannabe McLaren. Look away if you have any vision problems because that might blind you. But Franz hoping to attempt to win the championship, so he will not be messing around at all as he begins his flying lap. Beautiful line so far from Franz doing all he needs to do. Corner by corner, he just takes every single one so nicely, hooking it up the way he needs to so far. Will his teammate move out the way? Is his teammate on a lap as we see the Mercedes move out the way to the side? Franz closing in on his yellow orange friend and passes him, but gotta love EA service. I'm telling you, my conspiracy theory is right. Slight lift from France, just played it on the safe side. Into the final corner, down the long straight. What a long run to this line it is. Just teases you. There's nothing more you can do. And has he done enough as he comes up to the line? And it is a 21-1 from France, leaving Weeze on provisional pole. Weeze will be happy with this. He's done all he has to so far. Just getting those tyres warm in a way I only just learned how to do. Don't know how impressive or embarrassing that one is, but I was a firm believer in violently moving side to side to get your tyres warm, but apparently that is not the way to do it. Who would have known? And according to the game, Wheeze has taken pole position, but that is either dodgy internet or dodgy servers. Either way, I do apologise for the inconvenience, and we will try to get back into the lobby as quickly as possible. Thank you, Franz, for sending me an invite so quickly, so we can get the stream going again. Now, the one thing this does seem like a good chance for is a good chance to check the comments and see if I missed any comments from you guys through nothing but pure neglect. Honestly, love the two of you as well. I need to learn how to use the Twitch app. Oh, there has not been any comments, as I eventually find out. But Wheeze will be starting a lap unless he's finishing. He is finishing one. I mean, another 2 temps shaved off of it. Another 2 temps. He goes over the pass. Will that be enough right now to put him in the right spot? Time will only tell. Can he hold fast the championship hopes? Hold the champagne of the race? If anyone can, if anyone will, it is Wheeze, as Swagger Roberts doesn't quite seem like he's going to be able to put himself in the fight. But Franz must outscore him by 24 points to take the championship with us. But it does seem like almost inevitability that Franz will win the championship. Question of when is what's on everyone's mind. Trey's going to be hoping to improve on that time. A quite poor performance by his standards so far. Has he actually gone for a lap? I don't know. But fingers crossed we can see Trey move himself up on this lap. Trey is a lovely little placeholder until Franz begins his marathon. Clean lap from the man we are following so far. Got to see Trey doing well. In Spa, he almost looked like he had a chance at winning the race, but he was such a good place in wet road conditions. As Fruit, we will now, close friends, he will supervise his lap as he comes to the end of the first sector. Possibly not on a lap then, as he is 5.4 seconds down into the game. Yeah, we can see him lifting now. Whether this to set up another lap or come in, we will find out very, very shortly. As Trey did move up to P3. Good lap. Only, within a tenth of Rams. I mean, is that speaking to the levels of Trey this race, or is that speaking to a subpar lap from France? Only time will tell, but he just can't seem to fully get it hooked up at the minute.
First Qatar GP was notable for world champion Fernando Alonso. He achieved his first podium in 7 years. His last podium came in Hungary in 2014 while driving for Ferrari.
We see those mechanics hurried to sort them out. Making sure he's nicely out of the way. Don't want him picking up any unnecessary penalties. But Wees with a mighty, a mighty 4 tenths separating him and second place. Nearly a second between him and fourth. But this is the lap he's going to need to get right. Has France got time in his pocket? Only time will tell. Has Wees got time in his pocket? Now's the time to see. Good job so far. Bit rough on the acceleration there. Bit twitchy on the throttle, very, very close to track limits there. But he's cutting it very fine. He knows he needs to keep everything he's got in his laps. Yellows flashing all over. What for? Don't quite know. Don't quite care. Is he slightly down his lap so far? But is it in the lap section? Really balls this corner flat. He will. With the final corner to go now. What has GSR Williams got in the bag? Through the final sector. Coming up to the line. What will it be? He will improve. Another half a tenth shot out of his lap. To set a 120.7 flat. Wow. Mighty, mighty lap. We've won France, sorry, but mighty, mighty job to do. All pressure on him. I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If anybody can do things like this, it is the Orange himself. Rams W31. He has got so much pace, it's scary. But has he got it when he needs it? 12th race of the year. I mean, almost seems early to be wrapping up a championship. With the amount of different podium settings and race winners that we've had, he has always been there so consistently. Apart from, well, he has always been there consistently, often until the final laps, when he has a tendency to die. But 40 seconds on the clock will make it to the line comfortably. has he got the ability to lay a finger on that lap by GSL rules? With the first corner nicely. Not fault much through there really. Not so much. Giving him some speed to him. But he knows every single corner is vital and he's going to even contend for pole. As he is 2 tenths up. He needs 4.5. He's nearly halfway there. Bit wide there, maybe is that the line? Maybe. Do I know? No chance. 3/10 of a second up. Is it going to be enough though? Is there enough time in his final sector? Is he going to take it flat? Still slightly from France, but we just don't see the confidence. See, slight snap on the steering wheel. Keeps it within track limits. Coming to the line now. What is it going to be, Fran? A 120.9, still 2 tenths off of that lap from Weeze. What a lap it was. What a lap from Trey. Only 9/100ths of a second behind Fran. And what a lap from Divan. Slotting it very, very nicely into P4. Who, if I'm not wrong, is an Aston Martin driver. Could we see the podium finally come to Aston Martin? It feels like you've been waiting a century for it. Or 13 weeks, I believe, to be a bit more specific, but better late than never. That does wrap up qualifying for this session. Wee's taking a dominant pole. If I'm not wrong, his first lap would have still had him P2. His second lap would have still comfortably had him P1. Just showing the absolutely mega pace Weeze has at the minute. You know, if he just got here a bit sooner, maybe he could have been contending for the title. Can he still contend for the title? It would involve a massive Franz bottle job, but never say never. As we see Tristan in 14. Nice helmet that is. Don't know if that's custom made or game, but one nice helmet. But Weeze's slightly questionably fashionable race suit shines in the spotlights all around this circuit. Followed by Franz, a mighty 2 tenths of a second behind. Closely tailed by Trey, and a bit of a gap to Divan, Big T, Fori, Quagga Roberts, who, having a poor session, must say, Mr. Consistency not quite where he would want to be, with Andre right in behind. Then Carnboy, Enzi, Snotkop, Notnats, Einlan, Tristan. If I've missed you, I apologise. I saw Boombroker in there somewhere. He exists. He's always here. He's here for the vibes. He's here for another podium after his absolutely miraculous podium at Imola. I'm going to leave you guys in an awkward silence for a minute while I deal with a few bits and bobs just to make sure everything is running smoothly for the race. I'll be back in a second. Uh, I have possibly missed a lobby restart in my absence, but I'll find that out for you guys ASAP. Five red lights, and away half of the grid goes for the Qatar Grand Prix. A lot of issues. I don't know if these guys really are. I don't know what's going on, but I do not think this will start, or it shouldn't be. I'm very much hope this is the actual start, otherwise that commentary looks very, very anticlimactic. As you see more and more driving through the session, it's been a bit tiring. I do believe we have a lobby restart. As Franz sends me an invite to the updated session. Thank you, Franz. Love you lots. Up to 5 viewers now, so welcome all of you. Buckle in, this should be a great race as Franz attempts to clinch his championship title. Can he do it? Not with the way Weeze has been racing recently, but... Oh, this is the problem being solo. I'd normally have a lovely, horrifically off-topic conversation with a certain Harry Bartram right now, but it is not quite an option. All I've really got in my bag is just to say that I hope you're all having a great day. So just know you're going to hear that way more than you should. But bit of positivity never killed anyone. As fingers crossed, for my sake and for the awkwardness of anyone watching this, we can get going as quickly as possible. I believe Harry Bartram should be back for next week, as he is currently just on a visit to his home in Kings Lynn. Just going to DDoS Harry a bit there. It's Kings Lynn, England. If you want to go find him, I'll give you a treasure map or something. It can be a nice little game. Can make a Where's Waldo book out of it, actually. Where's Harry Bartram? I mean, Kings Lynn, lovely area. Has a big Tesco. And that's about it. Gotta love Tesco. Also has a pretty mediocre football club. Make sure you tell Harry every single time you talk to him how mediocre Kings Lynn are. He will appreciate it, I swear. Have I just been kidnapped? Can I not read? I thought that was a friend request. You know, we're back here anyway, doesn't matter much. Well, we have a good race on our hands. I mean, Qatar's a tight circuit. Opportunity overtaking maybe a little bit slim, bar the DRS straight. But I would love to see some ballsy moves from everyone up and down the grid. Whether that is ballsy as in confident or ballsy as in a bit stupid. I'm open for both, to be honest with you. See, normally we would say something like, teams should work together, but nobody really knows who's the teammate is or who is going to be the victim of a double stack, essentially. So we've got a bit of gambling going on there of whether or not that random guy in front of you is sharing a box with you. There we go. I don't know how long exactly I was cut off for there, but I can assure you there was an available controller. Said controller just decided it didn't want to work. I would maybe have something to talk about here if my memory was like good in any way, shape, or form. I bar the fact it was Wheeze, Franz, and Trey as a front three. I remember absolutely nothing from that session. Just to confuse anybody watching this back, uh, big up South Africa as a random wonder kid in my football manager save has appeared from there. Cost me 700k. So big up, big up for you lot. You've made a beautiful player in the year 2031. So I mean, God, I don't know whether to just let it be silent or awkwardly fill the silence. I don't know what's worse. But thankfully, we're getting underway, as it will be a dry Qatar Grand Prix. The day we have a wet one, pray for us. It'd be a beautiful sight. It'd also be a terrifying sight for anybody who has to drive on that. I mean, I'm terrible here for track limits anyway. I can't even imagine attempting to stop the car if you took away half my grip. For the love of God, do not tell me the game's crashed again. I think that is just one person disconnecting. RIP to you, but I hope the show must go on. Let's wait for NZ and Ironland to press a ready button. Ironland was mentored by a man named Kusky today, who races in HRA. Great league, you should check it out. So let's see if Kusky has taught him well, and if he hasn't, I'm going to bully him for it. As back to the awkward stare at the pit wall, the repeated animations of the fans, and my favourite friends, the stewards, seem to be hiding from me today. Clearly couldn't take the slander last time. If anybody's got like some binoculars or something, you could try figure out who's sharing garages. Unfortunately, my TV's far away and my eyes are a bit shit, so no luck on that department. But anybody's got some 20/20 vision, try your best. Hello to the 4 people watching. If you're commenting, you're just getting aired, essentially. If you'd like to fly over to the UK and fix my phone's battery, I could read your comments a bit more easily. But fingers crossed for my sake, the race gets going soon. Fingers crossed for everyone's sake, I stop talking soon. But unfortunately, you're stuck with me for the next 45 minutes. So anyone watching this on YouTube, maybe watch the rest of this on mute. I do think staring at those 2 massive red garages is going to drive me mad pretty soon. I see one more awkward hand movement from the fans. It might just push me over the edge. Ugh. Someone go shout at France to start the race, please. And I'm saying this now to the 4 of you watching. You're my evidence that if this doesn't upload, this isn't my fault. I did my bit, I ran the test, did the science experiment. Everything was working fine beforehand, so go shout at Twitch. France, please start. I don't think anybody watching can take this anymore. Wait, okay. Under the not Arabian, Qatari lights. It's 5 red lights, and away we go. Good start from Weed. The car sounds absolutely horrible, but he has got the jump on Fran. Fran's under pressure from Trey. Can Trey go on the outside of Fran on the opening lap? Fran just pushes him off a bit there, and then pushes Big T off, exactly what we're saying. Does it cost Trey a place? Yes, it will. Unfortunately for him, poor start on his hard from front tyre. He almost, even poorer start on his hard from front tyre. The dive gets him and he spun! Is there a DNF involved there? Everybody keeping their wheels intact! I said contact! There's contact and he's out! Convoy taken from behind. Don't take that one out of context. Convoy taken into the barrier. What a horrible, horrible start. But a few cars involved and his safety car is out. The spin. Jesus, I just got lost there. The spin by Trey, catching a few of the drivers. Not 100% sure what's happening with Convoy there. I feel like if you look hard enough, someone's going to be missing a front wing. Although everybody seems to look okay. Rory dives into the pits. From sort of envy from the hard compounded tyre, everybody coming in. So Trey coming in for the poor start. Everybody seemingly wanting to get off the hard compounded tyre quite quickly. What tyre are they going for? Another set? Some? You guys can be the judge of the strategies around here. I mean, will it work? Only time can tell, really. But we've seen some great starts from the people at the back. Melt making up 9 places. 8 places for White Walker. 10 places for Azor. Another 8 for Lenny. 10 for Night Scout. 5 for Snotcop. A very, very solid 3 places from Andre. And another 2 places from Big T. Divan keeping Aston Martin's podium shouts alive by just staying out of trouble on that opening lap. Doing what he must. I mean, possibly one of the only times we've seen Aston Martin lead a race this season is under the safety cars. So, fingers crossed, we can see an actual Aston Martin lead a race at some point today. But Big T and Divan, I'm sure, 2 drivers in mega form here. Well, Big T putting up good performances over the last few races. Divan putting up a good performance so far today. Doesn't have the tyre advantage, but interestingly, they do have the tyre advantage on the cars ahead. So we'll see how that goes. A Night Scout from 7th place make good use of those soft compounds. The only car on the grid on the currently is a recycle you see. Are we in this lap? I would assume not, and for reason's sake, hope not. Actually, no. I don't really care, actually. For some reason, I thought we were at the end of the lap. Even though the massive track map is telling me the complete opposite. Use this as a lesson to get your 8 hours of sleep, people. Everybody has caught up though, so hopefully we can get underway again. Safety car will be in this lap. this on for you. That, yeah, about that. So we'll get a look at the tyre compounds while we wait for this race to get up and going. And is he going to send it? Is he going to catch him off guard? Speed kind of increasing now. Franz looks ready to pounce at any second. When is he going to call it? It is now. He catches Franz absolutely sleeping. Good restart. Franz will not be doing anything. Will Big T be doing something? Well, we don't get to see if Big T's doing something. As it has disconnected me for the second time today. We will get you back in watching that race as quickly as possible. I do apologise for the technical difficulties, but EA's servers are EA's servers. It would be a blessing if they did their job, but oh well. Show must go on. No horrific changes I can see as we do start another lap. Franz is closing in. Is he going to go for a lead into turn one? No, we're not. Divan gets Big T onto the podium, goes the Aston Martin. Or the mean green machine, we're going to go with that. Night Scout potentially spun it. Night Scout has spun it. Took out a brake board for his troubles. Just about avoids the 50-metre one. Enzi in the pits to replace his front wing. Unfortunately for him, DRS not enabled this lap, but that did not seem to stop Franz from closing the gap massively last time. Whether or not it is just a setup based thing, I don't need to have a warning views there. It's a bit more dangerous on track limits. Got what a battery difference between the two already. You can see users buying this time when it comes to battery usage. I can see the straight line speed. Franz's car. Which one will pay dividends on the time will tell. DRS is enabled. Is it? No, I heard it, but it's not on. Holding the gap nicely, but DRS should be able for this lap. Dive out holding on to the lead through. Has he got a chance at the win? Would be absolutely brilliant for the first time Aston Martin appear on the podium to be on the top step. He is having to burn his battery a fair bit to stay within this, and a little twitch from Franz, just a bit loosey-goosey on the rears. As our first victim of Qatar's stringent track limits is Whitewater, 910. Already pulling out a 2.1 second gap to the car behind. So, second victim appears quite quickly, just shows you how difficult it is to stay within the white line on a track like this. As Night Scout, is he round? He is round for the second time today. already not one for the mystery monster. Night Scout. Not losing too much in the last win. Will already be begging for another safety car. 4 cars hanging onto each other very well here. 4 cars within 2 seconds of each other. 4 cars really within 1 second of each other at points here. As there is a yellow, and Food Broker's out. Food Broker's out of the session. Corey possibly involved. 3 all over, and we get the second safety car of the Qatar Grand Prix. Is that another car involved? That would be Trey. Trey involved in his second incident today. What has happened there? I'm not too sure, but unfortunately, down to 18 drivers we go. Will Big Team Daivan use this opportunity to get rid of those medium compound tyres? Possibly go to the end on the hards, try and use a more dangerous strategy to give them a chance at the win. Franz comes into the pits. Big T does not. Franz on the driver into the pits. What tyre will he choose? Cars behind flocking in now. Not as many coming off the medium tyre as I would have expected. Franz coming in to pit onto the medium tyre. Obviously not quite going to make it to the end, but could possibly give him a much better car for the rest of this race, pulling off the medium. Or the medium soft. All is on the cards. He only comes out in 8th place. Could this be a very well thought out plan from France? As Trey is called it in pits. Poor race from him. Unfortunate after such a good qualifying session, but sometimes that is the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, who is excited for dodgy Japanese Grand Prix starting times? And for you guys, I believe it should be 7 AM race? Something along those lines. But gotta love the 4 in the morning practice sessions that I will definitely still stay up for. Another lap under safety car to come. I'm possibly surprised no one tried to do the cheeky stop off of those hard compounded tyres. Stick another set of hards on, get your compounds done, go to the end. I think it'll work out pretty nicely. See the brake dragging through flanks here just to burn off any excess fuel in the car. Get those tyres up to temp and absolutely cook his brakes. If this were real life, his car would probably be on fire, but thankfully in game he is fireless. running out of words here, to be honest with you. Well, good race so far, almost kind of mimicking the Singapore Grand Prix where so many drivers close together, but not really much has happened. But we still lead now from Daivan and Big T as Franz has made the ballsy call under a safety car to come into the pits. Have we seen this before? If we're referencing the Singapore Grand Prix. It didn't work last time. Can Franz show Mercedes they just need to overtake better? Penalty for Franz and Whitewater. Interesting situation. I'm sure we'll see that brought up later on as we get another brilliant restart. And you cannot fault the man at the minute off the safety car. Good start. Can he pull the DRS gap and be so desperately walking the cars behind? As France already making moves up the grid. Not that appears to be round. Not round, just losing significantly. Night Scout into the pits on the restart. Getting himself introduced to the cars in front. Quagga Roberts, one of the drivers he needs to beat to win the championship today. Rees is disappearing off into the distance at the minute. Already pulled out over a second from the cars behind. But Franz knows he's got a job to do here. Levy defending with his life. Causing Quagga Roberts to live and Franz to live. Overtake is MZ round. MZ's not round. MZ's just lost a couple of the places. Apologies for the language. Poor line from Lenny. Franz just gets boxed in here. Is it going to open up for a free ride? Quagga Roberts doesn't seem to like that idea too much. Franz goes for it and Quagga Roberts goes for it and Lenny hits him. There's contact between the two drivers. Quagga Roberts says thank you very much. Ironman says thank you very much. Franz back down to 7th and poor Letty down to 16th. That one will be looked at after the race, I'm sure. Wow, what an audacious move from Azor, just slipping it up the inside of Ironman, as we see a twitch from Franz and possibly a bit of contact behind. Franz's car does not seem too happy at the minute. And he does not seem too happy to sit behind. If he thinks he can get a move here, he's going to try all he can to do it. Daivan picks up 3-second time penalty, which is not really wanted at this stage of the race. Big T under pressure from Andre behind. Nice gap formed for those lot though. Franz is going to try and get Quagga Roberts yet again. Got the move done once. Is he going to get the move done twice? Yes he is. Quagga Roberts is burning a bit of battery, burning everything he's got left to keep the position for now. But is Franz going to be the victim? Kept clean this time. Squeezed a bit out wide. Can he hold it on the outside? Space being given, but just enough of it between the two drivers. Quagga Roberts opens the door, tries to shut it. Francis, thank you very much. Light contact, Squire Roberts down 2 places with a few corners. Bit of contact by the looks of things between these two. But what a battle that is. Night Scout with the fastest lap of the race so far. Moves himself up into 16th as unfortunately Lenny moved down into last place. DRS enabled can hold position swap hands again. Significantly more DRS than these two. Conor Roberts obviously struggling on battery, struggling to keep up as he's fallen into the pack behind. You just see these guys forming a nice little gap between themselves almost, and Andre gets the DRS. We'll see if they are on, if he can do anything. But DRS open down the long straight. It looks like we're going to see another position change in this battle as comfortably he moves up into 5th place. And importantly for France, they are pulling away from the cars behind, which should clear in about 5 seconds penalty. Not in time, but in position. But we've seen France be a bit aggressive over the past few laps. Maybe knowing his strategy could not work as well as he thought it might. Yellow is rained down upon sector 3. Nobody's actually in sector 3, so not a clue there. He will need pace from the Alfa Romeo here though. He's almost pulling away from France. Andre clawing to hold on to Big T as well. Both of them burning plenty of battery in the process. As Alfa Romeo does pull up now to the back of Andre, who will not have DRS down the straight. DRS, a flashing car, victory incoming. Absolutely flies by. Franz just has to sit back and watch as the fastest lap of the race does go to him. Has he got the pace to try and take the fight to Reed? He's showing it right now, but unfortunately he's showing it a bit too far down the grid. Approximately 3.5 seconds separate him and a shot at the victory. Only 8 tenths separate him and a shot at the podium though. Franz getting past Andre. Nice and clean between the two. Enzi and White Wolf first swapping positions down the grid. Enzi's just struggling round here. Big T now punting the drive around. You see everyone's battery struggling. Big T gets a penalty now. Battery advantage may come into use here as he pulls right up to the back of the not Red Bull, that is an Alpine. He pulls ahead, will he stay ahead through the braking zone? Brakes later, squeezes him out wide. Job done. Target on, dive ahead. Not got up into 7th place at the moment. Gap between these two seems very, very minimal. We'll obviously move up this end. As you can just see Reeves in the distance of every single corner. He knows it's just best to hold out until the DRS zone, just for that extra bit straight line speed, which should close him in on Reeves that little bit more. DRS seems to be worth about 6, even 7 tenths of a second on occasions. No DRS chicken on the background here. Switch back, wing open, job will be done, and battle for the race lead now is his thinking. But plenty of time to gain to get himself involved in that one. Franz closing in now on Big T. Plenty of positions changing place. Diamond is second penalty of 8 to 6 seconds of 8. Ironman will be the first pitter to, by the looks of things, first pitter to come to the end of the race. Franz just can't control the car. Just doesn't seem to want to stay. He's slipping plenty of time to the car ahead. Gap dropping. Is it time to try and pull an undercut? Is the question I would be asking. 3-second gap. Is it about time to dive into the pits, see what you can do on the fresh Pompeo tyre? They don't think so. Yellow flag comes out. Is it right not to think so? Nice car was out, the safety car is out. Is anybody here far enough back? Got to come into the pits. 4 in. The safety car, has it beat them out? We's very lucky not to get a DSQ there, as he tried to balls it on the safety car. And I think in all of this, We's in the top 5, essentially 6 even, are absolutely screwed. I think we are going to see at least one new podium sitter here, as in net positions, our order would read Tory, Snotcott, and Enzy. It's going to be interesting to see how the front runners respond now. Do they use... They have to come in. They have to just cut their losses, come into the pits, see what happens. Bit of ghosting action going on over here. What is going on over here? Not quite sure. What is the verdict from Weeze? Is it time to dive into the pit lane? It must. Yes, it is. Followed by everyone. Now, this is where the F1 World Cars could make this really interesting. Confidence aplenty. Maybe a bit too much. Enzy's retired. Possibly in the pit lane. Potential podium, really. White Walker splits the group. Franz, possibly victim of a double stack, drops to 13th place, showing his gamble onto the mediums didn't pay off. But what an interesting podium we have here. Wee's obviously going to be eager to cut through the grid as quickly as he can, but how quickly can he? Without DRS, he's going to need to burn his battery, and with that compromised Rory, we know he's got pace. If I'm not wrong, podium sitter this season already. Has looked rapid on occasion. If he can pull the gap to Snotcott, he has a genuine chance of winning this race. Well, if you'd asked me who I thought would win this race 5 minutes ago, I'd say Weeze by a country mile. Maybe a possible shout from the Alfa Romeo of Azor. Or Azori. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to have to ask how to say your name after this race. But I would have to argue Rory is very, very much in the other chance of winning this race. You see the cars barrel down the straight. Lenny just getting a nice view of them on an opposite angle. Unfortunately, Aston Martin's podium hopes look doubtful at best. Down in 8th he sits now. After such a promising and well-worked start with 6 seconds of penalties, he's going to struggle in a 10-lap shootout by the looks of things. Well, what a race we've had so far. It has been an absolute pleasure to watch the strategies unfold and unravel in Brandon Craig, who has got an absolute mission to do. He will not, I think it's safe to say, he will not be securing his championship this race. He will not even struggle to get on the podium in this race. He will be on that podium. Time will tell. As we've had 2 safety car restarts so far, both have been done excellently by Weeze, but now it's time to see what someone else has got. He just drags the brakes to get the temperature into the tyres. It's not a cop on the soft on the tyre. Can he be aggressive? A few grabs on the hards. Big T on the softs. As we see plenty of strategies unfolding here. Positions changing. Severe lagging. I think we're just going to ignore that. Not too sure what's going on here. But we are just going to 10 Corey leading, I guess. Pretty solid restart. Doing what he wants after a minute. something's gone on. Back someone well into the gravel. It was not Nats, unfortunately. The way he goes. Safety car. Safety car's been deployed for that. Another spanner in the works this race, but that is a bit out of nowhere. Possibly just how long he stayed in that position. But who knows? The safety car is out, 4 for the race. Another position change, but we ignore that. Well, I feel like whatever boat you're in, you commit to it unless your plans make you think you should put the socks on. Quite run the safety car somewhere. Franz doesn't opt to go into the pits. Didn't honestly see much to lose for him really. He's been very, very unlucky this race. Possibly a different day, it would be him leading, as safety car has been caught by our race leader Corey. Is this maybe what he wants? Just to whittle down the number of laps Weeze has to close him down? Does it kind of dissolve any gap he's built up already? Who does this play into? Possibly Snotcop, who's held onto his podium thus far. The 2 Red Bulls on the podium currently. Ironline is not going to give that position up easily. As this safety car does not look like it's going to be in this lap, as you can see a black dot very much off in the distance. Down in 15th place, Tristan. Nope, safety car is in this lap. Sorry Tristan. Corey knows what he's got to do now. Vance dives into the... What? I don't know. But side by side is Reed and Iman. Iman knows he needs to hold that if his teammate is going to have any chance of winning this race. Up, down the inside goes the Alfa Romeo. What a move! Out of absolutely nowhere. Divan now gets the move done, run outside, just avoids contact. Snotcop now gets done. Is it going to be by both of them? This could be massive if Snotcop can just hold back Reese, and he does. how long is it going to take Leeds to get that move done? He needs to get it done as quickly as possible. Otherwise that gap is going to build and build ahead. No DRS to help, only DRS to play here, and exit speed. Not really struggling at the minute to keep up with the pace of these guys. Is he going to be round the outside? What a move! Dive as well in this set play. Does. Unfortunately, triple loss. But down the main straight. Are we going to see a change to the lead? Up the inside, it will be side by side. And into the lead goes the Alfa Romeo. The kick Alfa Romeo. And he's kicking the arse of everybody right now. He's a second behind Corey. Is Corey's race over? Yellows are out. Is that Quagga Robert? I believe it is Quagga Robert making a mistake. For some time. Corey holding on nicely. He's going to be begging that he just enabled DRS one lap early. Oh, I know! Tragedy. A 3-second time penalty. A spanner in the works in the late stages of this race. Could that cost him a win? Could that even cost him a podium? It's got to be perfect. Absolute perfection to the end now. If he has any chance of winning this Grand Prix. As he has almost lost any chances in a puff of smoke. He must stay out for his DRS. He must hope they battle over second place. So much must go on his favour as Divan gets his 9th second penalties, I want to say. Just topping off a pretty dreadful race when it comes to track limits for him. So unfortunate with how close to the podium he was. Fran's fastest off the race, but 11 seconds off the back. Lenny Andre. Is it Leandre and Lenny? Nope, still Lenny and Andre. Nope, Lenny and Big T. Big T sends an audacious move around the outside there. Foley can't keep up. Is that 3-second time penalty not going to mean anything in this race? Foley picks up a time penalty now. Our current winner would be Weeze. But will it stay that way as though he's absolutely flying? Look at 2.8 seconds. Gonna go back to leader. And we're going to include detailed penalties just to help ourselves out of it. It's going to be absolutely crucial for Weeze that Fori keeps the pace up. It would be a new winner, to my knowledge. And it's looking like we are going to get a new winner. Weeze can't keep up. He's not got the pace. White Walker penalties. So many cars with penalties. You don't have them if you just boost your place up that many times. DRS will be enabled for Weeze on this lap. I feel like it's almost now or never for an attempt at a moving forward. Its DRS is dead. Everybody's is. It's just, it doesn't look like it's been used today. second place may have to be what he settles for. I feel like that will almost feel like a loss for Louise, after leading so much of this race. And he lives just to make sure he doesn't get the penalty. Final nail in the coffin, I think, for his win shout. He now needs to watch for a penalty. Simple job, bring it home now. Same simple job for our race leader. All he has to do is not drop 1 second in the last 2 laps of this race. He's pulled out 4, so only time will tell. But right now, time's telling me a story of a new race winner under the lights of Qatar. Is there a chance now for Weeze? Gets the move done. Clean air, clean track, 2 laps, 6/10 of a second. Doesn't really seem like the grip just drops up to 8/10. Was it just not meant to be for Weeze? Escape in desperation from Weeze? Feels like a question or question. See how hard he's pushing the throttle of the car. It just isn't coming to him at the minute. 4 seconds now. Does not look like it's possible. What does look possible is not top finishing in a mighty 4th place for AlphaTauri. Weeze wide. Will it cost him time? Will it cost him another place on track? Flashing lights in the back of the car. Heated look on the driver's face. What a nightmare last few laps this has been for one of our championship contenders. But just got to bring the car home now. 1.7 seconds. We can afford to take this one easily. He's good on battery. He's good on pace. He's good on time. He's good to win the Qatari Grand Prix. He knows that he could afford to take this easily. Lifting almost constantly. He sees the final corner. In the long distance he will see the checkered flag. He pulls to the right and Azul is a race winner for Alfa Romeo. Followed by Weeze and Corey. Divan will bring it home in 4th on track, but Snotkoff will come home for a mighty 4th place. AlphaTauri, Andre in 5th. Divan will finish this race in 6th place. Lenny takes 7th on track. Final Roberts takes 7th in the race. Closely, very closely followed by Knockout. Franz is just going to get himself into the top 10 at the end of this race. What a race that was over the last few laps. The championship goes on for another day. Driver of the might be one of the only times I agree with the game's driver of the day As for me, no doubt in my mind, it is that man in a very, very beautiful suit who set the grid alight off of that restart when everybody thought it would be Weeze's to lose. He said, not on my watch, and stole it from in front of him. Possibly her. Don't get in trouble. Stole it from in front of her. But that was absolutely nice to remember. That was absolutely electric at the end of this race. And I'm gonna need to learn how to say that name because I might need to have to show some respect to today's driver of the day and race winner. Unfortunately, Wheeze will come home in second place, but by 4 rounding out the podium. Snotcop an incredible fourth for AlphaTauri. Andre fifth, Divan sixth. Couldn't get the podium. Penalties just held him back. Quagga Roberts in an almost disappointing seventh for him. Notnats in 8th, Lenny in ninth, Franz in 10th. What a shame that is for him. Ironlan in 11th, White Walker 12th, Tristan in 13th, Big T all the way down in 14th place, Melts in 15th, Enzy 16th, Night Scout 17th, Trey 18th, Boombroker 19th, and Khan Boy 20th. Well, that was another great race in League of South Africa. I'm going to pray to God that this works and you can actually watch this one back. Uh, but I hope everyone has a great evening and a great night. Have a good one. Adios.